We found Ernie online with his paperless chase website, and I was a new attorney. I was just starting a new practice, and I hate paper, and I didn't want to have to pay for storage, and I wanted to learn how to do this paperless office thing, and he seemed like the guy to do it. So I read his stuff online and talked to my wife Zena and said, this is what I want to do. I have no idea exactly how to do it. And then we found out Ernie was having a small firm boot camp. So we came down in December of 2015, and we learned a bunch of stuff from Ernie, and we went back and we started doing it. And it worked. I was pretty surprised. It worked a lot easier than we thought it was going to. And we were doing pretty well. And then the January of 2016, we were just overwhelmed. We worked way too much, and I was tired, and Zena said I was grumpy. So we decided to go to Disney World for a month. And decided I was going to try to run the practice. We'd set it up to work remotely. I've done this stuff Ernie says, so we're going to go down and see how it works. If it starts to not work, I'll come back. But this would be a good time to kind of work remotely. So we did. We went to Disney World for 3 weeks, and we billed for the practice for about 3 hours in the morning, and then we did the stuff vacation people do, and it worked. We made more money that January than we made in other months. And all those systems that we put in, they actually worked. And that was a big surprise. And we did bills down there. We did everything, collected money. The only thing I couldn't do was appear in court, and I didn't have any court appearance scheduled, so that worked out really well. The practice kept growing a lot faster than I thought. And at one point I said, okay, I need to hire more attorneys, hired more attorneys. Called Ernie and said, I need you to help me. He talked me into using some other tools that I wasn't really considering using. And things really changed. We have this one software that allows us to send out our fee agreements online, and people can sign it electronically and send it back. And then my wife can send a fee request, and they can pay that fee request either with a credit card or debit card. And I thought all that stuff's great, but I didn't think I'd actually use it. And then she taught me into trying it one time because my calendar was booked. I didn't have the appointments available for a month or two. And people were fine with me. Send them an electronic contract, they'd sign it, and they'd send us money. And it was the damnedest thing I ever seen. I thought it was crazy. I didn't think that crap would ever work because I was sure people were going to want to sit down and look at me and decide that I was the attorney they would hire. They didn't care. They just wanted me to send them a fee agreement. They sent me money. Never met them. We started working on their case. That was an eye-opener too, because then I realized I can be anywhere in the country and run my practice. The only thing I can't do is appear in court. But if I schedule the other attorneys to appear in court for me, I can pretty much run my practice from anywhere. So that's what started happening. About 60% of our clients now are signed up online just with email and electronic fee exchange. We go down to Florida a week to 10 days a month, and we run our practice remotely down there. And our revenue has doubled each year that we've been doing this since 2014. So we're real happy with it. I can attribute a lot of that to Ernie because he takes the time to talk to me. We started implementing email drip campaigns, and that started working. All this stuff keeps working, and now I keep having to hire more people. So it's a good problem to have. We appreciate Ernie. We're down here for this total transformation weekend, and we're learning stuff. I'm going to go back, and she's going to make me do it, and I'm sure more things will come from that. So we'll see how it goes in the future, but we're real happy so far. If you're an attorney and you're thinking about whether or not you should sign up for one of Ernie's events, just do it. You'll be glad you did. You'll get something out of it. It'll be well worth the money.